Peace, blessed family. It's your girl Sony back giving another one. I pray all is well with the collective, baby. Today's a beautiful day. Why is it a beautiful day? Because I'm beautiful. I'm still here. We're still here. We're still rocking and rolling. I keep telling you, I better enjoy whatever's going on. But I met this sister the other day. We was kicking it. She was my driver, taking me to where I needed to be. And we just started talking because I keep telling you, I don't have small talk. I don't entertain small talk. So we started speaking about, relationships, life, and things like that. She just turned 50 not too long ago. I just hit the double nickel not too long ago. So I think this was her first or second year on her own. She just got out of a 25-year relationship. Her and her boyfriend, y'all heard me, her boyfriend, 25 years. Pay attention. Had a child, they was together. They were renting. But unbeknownst to her, he let her know after their son graduated from high school in May that he no longer wanted. No. I'm lying. Go back. Somehow it came up, but he didn't actually have the talk with her. That he was going to do it. No. He told her that he had to move with his daughter for a little while. His daughter was going through something. So she's like, okay. That's how he got out of the house. This was May after their child, because they only had one child. He had other children from a previous relationship. I was in May after the graduation. Later on, she found out that he rented another apartment, because I think they was renting a home. He rented an apartment in April. So that was his exit plan right there. Like, wow. I was like, ooh. 25 years together. She was 50. He was 69. 69, do the math. I was like, wow. So to make a long story short, she ended up having to move out of the rental property. I think she said it was like $1,200. She couldn't cover all the bills by herself. So she ended up finding an apartment. Pretty decent apartment and stuff like that. But it goes to show you 25 years in somebody's life, they could just like nothing. And they was renting. So while she's talking, I'm sitting doing what I do. I listen and I don't judge, because everybody's walk is different. We on different levels. We accept different things. But we learn. We freaking learn. And we were speaking about how there's something about when 50 hits. For women, I can't speak for men because I've never been a man. Not in this lifetime anyway. Something clicks and you want a better life. You want a better quality of life, because you can have a great life out there, but you want a better quality of life. The things that used to interest you no longer interest you. The places that you used to go no longer interest you. It's not the same thing. The people, the places, it doesn't hit the same if you're not happy. Self, not outside of self. If you are not happy, you can be with freaking Elon Musk. But you get where I'm coming from. Where you don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about this. Everything's just going to be taken care of. It doesn't matter who you're with, as long as you're not happy with self, outside of the family unit, outside of the relationship, outside of the job, outside of the religious walk. You have to be okay. I was like, wow, it's deep. It's deep. And, she spoke about him and stuff like that. And I was like, and you know what you learn from these lessons. Now, while she's sitting there talking, I'm like, wow, I could have saved you 25 years. Because, and that's just me, how I was raised and the people I was raised with. There's nothing wrong with renting. There's nothing wrong with renting. But my mother used to always tell me you could do bad by yourself. And that's the God's honest truth. You can always do bad by yourself. Me being a cisgender woman, a lesbian, I've always come and did things like you're supposed to in a relationship. Now, I can rent by myself and I could be happy, and depending on my age and what I want. But if I'm going to be with someone, we're not renting together. I could do this by myself. We're going to get something together. We planting roots. We setting up family. Before she sat there, everybody's thing is different. And had decided to have the child. Then she come and talk, because there's too many baby mamas walking around. That's when you should have been on the road to being a wife a long time before that. A long time before that. But when you accept certain things in your life and you don't fight, well, you shouldn't have to fight, but you don't speak up for what you want, you're going to get treated a certain way. Let me tell you one thing that people don't know. I'm not going to say men. When people enter your life, they treat you how you treat you. They may test you in the beginning with something that may seem insignificant. Oh, I'm going to go see one of my ex-girlfriends just got into town and we're going to go to dinner together. I'll call you when I finish. Oh, I'm going to go with my baby mother. And you don't say anything, that's going to be what's in your relationship. That's how your relationship is going to be set up. And I don't believe in controlling, because I'm grown. I've been grown. I want another grown person. I can be in the middle of all my exes. And you could call me all night. You wouldn't, but you could call me all night. And if I don't pick up those phones for no reason, you should have enough trust and belief in me to know ain't nothing going on. But I would never disrespect somebody like that. I'm going to talk to you. And more than likely, you're going to be right there with me. Because that's how I roll. If there's a situation going on, you are my family. We all in this together. We got a blended family. But in the beginning, all of these things have to be set in motion. It doesn't just happen. So when she decided to have that child outside of wedlock, it set the precedence for the rest of the relationship, whether she wanted to realize it or not. And not to say that it was right or wrong, but you have to tell people and tell people how you want to be treated. You don't just accept things like a hungry dog on the side of the road just willing to take scraps because you don't have nothing. Baby, I keep telling you, I will sit in this house and starve or eat rice and beans, and that rice and beans is like it's a meal, it's a 7-course meal, before I take anything less than what I deserve. I know what I deserve. And I pray to God that you do too. And I was like, dang, well, the sad part was you always think that at 68, that's Papa. And he's a grandfather. That you got it together, you're doing this, you're doing that. You know, you got one foot right there next to JC, which the other one's about to go meet him soon. So you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't say from age, from his maturity. No. People like to play. Low vibrational people just age. They don't mature. They just age into older, lower vibrational people. Well, all of this could have been avoided with effective communication. I want to rock with you. I like you. We're going to have this type of life. It's up to you to roll with it or not. Because I'm not going to be with anybody for 25 years and we're renting, we're making somebody else rich instead of pouring into our own mortgage. I mean, come on, baby. What are we doing here? I would never put my life in jeopardy because every time a woman has a child, goes into childbirth, you're putting your life at risk to be somebody's baby mother. But that's just me. You're going to get out of this life what you put into it. You're going to get in relationships what you put into it. When you allow somebody to treat you like a pygmisha you will be. I'm going to go do whatever I want to do and you better be here when I get home. See, that was the older generations and we got to see that. And you were supposed to learn from that on what you was not willing to take. I wish somebody would tell me I'm about to go see my baby mother, I'll see you later, don't call. If you make it out that door without all of your stuff with you, believe it's going to be up for auction by the time you decide to crawl your little nasty behind back home. But baby, when you crawl your little nasty behind back home, and you put that key into the door, I hope you find the house that key fits. Because it will no longer fit this house. When you know your worth, you make people come up to where you are to your level. Don't accept just anything. Baby, I tell you, these 3 years been the happiest of my life. Now the next person, God help them. And I mean this with everything in my body. God help them, good and bad. Because I've been through the fire. I've gotten a little singed. I didn't get burnt. I know my self-worth. I'm not willing to take anything that I had before. If you look or sound familiar from the past, it's a wrap. Off with your head. 55 is different from 45 and 35 and 25. I keep telling you. It's a difference. I know within 5 minutes of meeting you if it's a go or a no. I have no problem turning into Casper the Friendly Ghost mid-conversation. See, that's why older players, they try to find young girls because they know they still learning and they can do. They don't want no old bird because you already know what it is, baby. You see through the flim-flam. So pay attention to everything, baby, at the end of the day. And I feel sorry for old girl. I truly do. But that's how we learn. Now she's able to pass this lesson, this heartfelt lesson on to someone else. Which she left her corporate job because she wasn't happy. Now she's driving. She has her own place. She's, doing her own thing. The kids are adults, checking on her here and there. But he changed the trajectory of her life when he left in the way that he left. He didn't give her time to get her bearings together. She was left with the house, with the rented property to do this and to do that. And that's what a lot of people will do to you, whether you realize it or not. You're looking up at James' face, and James might have another James somewhere. James might have another James who has been at your house for the whole 25 years. In fact, your kids call him Uncle James. Y'all can't handle my truth. I keep telling y'all. Y'all can't handle the truth. You looked at him like a brother, a baby brother. He looked at you as competition. He used to say little things under his breath and make little snide remarks and jokes. You thought it was because he had a little too much to drink. No, it was the girl coming out of him. Because you was the competition. You was in the place that he wanted to be. You are who he wants to be. And somebody out there watching this, it's your story. And it's your story whether you realize it or not, because either you went through it, you going through it, or you just don't know yet. Everything ain't what it seems to be, baby. Everything's not what it seems to be. But at the end of the day, if this is your story, keep it funky. Just go get tested. Go find out your status. Pack your stuff. Keep it moving. Do everything through the courts. Because I love a good court. I take a 2-year-old to court. You do something to me. You feel me? I love the law. Especially when you're standing on the right side of the law. Y'all better hear me. It's a double criminal justice major. Don't play with me. At the end of the day, you are only responsible for you and what you produce, which is your children. Your children are responsible for their children. Because if you did a good job as a parent, your children are self-sufficient to take care of their children. When you know you had a shitty job as a parent, when your kids still with you and their kids are still with you. I tell you this year, y'all can't take this truth. Y'all can't take this truth. Now, we always get a couple that fly by the wayside, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to put a foot to behind like, hey, I done raised my children. It's time for y'all to get out of my house. Life never stops because of what we going through. That lady still had to get up with a broken heart of 25 years of going through this and she went through a lot within that first year of the breakup, because you can't believe, and you're trying to replay this and trying to pick up little clues and, oh my God, how did I miss this? The missing nights when they say they was doing this, was they really doing that? The lipstick on the collar, the underwear that looked like a little funky. You start to, but in reality, it's like going through the cycle of grief. But you gotta let it go, because in reality, it will drive you crazy. All you need to know is that there's a God who still loves you. Yes, this happened. It was egregious. Karma's a beautiful girl when she walks through everybody's door. Pack your stuff. Keep your head up. Don't tilt your crown. And keep it moving. Ask God for guidance, healing, strength, understanding, but you don't have to sit there and try to figure out the riddle. If it was meant for your comprehension, God will let it will let it be in the time that it's meant, because everything is in divine timing. But if it's not, all you were supposed to be privy to is this is what happened, this is the end results, walk away, heal yourself. Because as humans, we want to know, I want to know. What you going to do when you know? It's not going to change. It's not going to change the outcome. It's not going to change anything that has happened. Now you just know. We already know by him coming out his mouth and the way that he moved that he was not the person for you. Your whole life may be a lie for all you know.